In this new season, I feel that God really wants us to focus on obedience, being obedient, because obedience is better than sacrifice. And what good is it if we're living our day-to-day lives but knowing that we are not in God's will for our lives? Therefore, I encourage you in this new season, in this new month, ask God, what areas can you highlight to me that maybe I haven't been obedient with? And ask God. There's beauty in obedience, and when God sees that we are being obedient, then He can trust us with more. So I encourage you, ask God to show you. It could be in your family life, maybe when it comes to your family life or your children, or maybe at your workplace, because what we do for God also counts for what we do here on earth. In your workplace, you still have to honor your employers, because everything that we do for others, it's like we're doing it for God. So even with your employer or people that you see out on the street, see everyone with that same love and reverence and kindness, because any good deed that we do, we should always see it as that we're doing it for God. Because when we do that, and when we look at each person with the eyes of God and with that love of God, then we are actually flowing the way that God designed us to flow. Because as He is, so are we. We are created in His image. So if He is love, then we are love. And God is love. Therefore, when we walk every single day, and I know in this time, there's so much going on. There's people protesting. There's so much going on. But remember the love of God. It surpasses all understanding. God's love is beyond. God's love is like a fountain. So I encourage you, even in this season, these unprecedented times that we are living in, do not participate with the masses. Instead, ask yourself, what does God's word say? Because what God's word says, that is final. So I encourage you, walk in love, walk in obedience, allow your walk with God to be your walk with God. Not you and your friends walk with God, or you and your church families walk with God. No, your walk with God is you and God, because it's a one-on-one relationship. And that's what it is. It's a relationship. Anyways, in closing, I hope that you have a beautiful month and keep flourishing.